Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the game Katawa Shoujo. Now last episode, we were talking to the nurse, and the nurse let us know that we're actually very, very good for Emmy, or I guess Hisao is very, very good for Emmy. And isn't it so easy to get caught up in this and be like, man, we're doing great, we're doing an awesome job with Emmy, because like, these characters are very, very human, and they're very fun to be a part of their universe with. But anyway, so we got invited by Emmy, who had previously been sending us kind of like mixed signals, and we thought she broke up with us. She invited Hisao to dinner, and we're going to go hang out with her and her mom, and she's giving us a little bit of backstory about basically her past relationships, or her relationship history, really, and as well as what happened to her on the fateful day. She's sort of like opening up about the day that she lost her legs. Also, just very, very quick aside, I know that I've already wasted some time babbling with a recap, but I'm very sorry that it's been such a long wait. It's been, I believe, over a week at this point since I posted a Katawa Shoujo episode, and the reason for that is I've been super busy at my new job. There's just been so much going on with my company, and I'm really, really happy as far as my professional life goes, but it does take up a lot of time, so I will get back to posting 2 videos a day, I promise. I'm going to do my best to do that for today. Anyway, though to tell the truth, I'm pretty happy to hear that I'm the first one. So they were referring to the fact that he's the first boyfriend who got to be brought home by Emmy to meet Emmy's mom. Maybe we got something special after all. Bolstered by this new thought, I've managed to calm down considerably by the time Emmy knocks on her front door.
Hey Mom, open up, we're here.
Oh, there she is. The door swings open and Mrs. Ibarazaki stands grinning at her daughter. The grin is still surprisingly similar to Emmy's. I'm never going to get used to that. But why? She's her mom. Like, that's, I mean, normally, not always, but a lot of the times, people look like their parents.
You know, people normally wait for a few minutes before they start shouting at the door. And most mothers say hello to their daughters instead of scolding them right away. Ah, of course. Welcome home, dear. I've missed you.
So they have some friendly banter going on. An affectionate hug later, we're inside, and it's only then that Emmy's mom seems to remember that I'm actually here. Oh man, their house is kind of a mess. There's a lot of crap everywhere.
And hello to you too, Hisao. How are you?
I'm quite well, thank you. Nice to not have school to worry about for a little bit.
Ah yes, you finished up your exams, haven't you? That must be quite a relief for you both.
And I don't remember the voice that I gave to Emmy's mom, so I'm just kind of going with the generic one for now, which seems to have been the case for so many characters over this playthrough. I'm so sorry for any of you who might have gotten attached to a specific voice that I butchered at some point in the future, in my playthrough. During the time of this play, I can't speak the English. Anyway. It's certainly a weight off my mind, that's for sure.
Mine too. I think I slept well for the first time in weeks last night from relief alone.
If this news is a surprise to Emmy's mother, she doesn't show it. Still, her response betrays a note of interest.
Is that so? I'm very glad to hear that, Emmy. You know, I get worried when you get all wound up about, well, exams.
Certainly Emmy's mother knows something I don't, or rather, she doesn't know that Emmy's told me about the nightmares. It's interesting being able to observe how Mrs. Ibarazaki covers for Emmy. That protective instinct to make sure that I don't know any more than Emmy's willing to tell me. So no wonder why, like, Emmy's so guarded. Her mom is very protective, and obviously for good reason. Like, we've guessed at this point that Emmy's dad probably passed away in the car accident that made Emmy lose her legs as well. And it's very, very, very natural for a mother to sort of hover then and get extra protective of her daughter who she almost lost. I suppose Emmy's got more in common with Quarks than I ever realized. Moves around fast, impossible to understand through direct observation, yet she has an effect on everyone she encounters. Oh, awesome simile, you nerd. I wonder if Mrs. Ibarazaki would will figure out that I know about the nightmares, or is she just keeping everything secret from everybody?
Yeah, it's not been as bad this year as the past. Hisao helped me to stay focused.
Okay, I know that's not true. She even cut off contact outside of school hours during exam week. But she did see me during the day, and she told me more than once that the morning run was the only thing she looked forward to during exams. So maybe it's not that much of a lie. Either way, to hear that being around has helped even a little makes me feel a bit better. Emmy's mother raises an eyebrow at this statement. Either she doesn't believe Emmy, or she's as surprised as I am.
Well, then it appears that it's a good thing you two have become so close. I tell you to take good care of my daughter, Hisao, but it looks like you've already done that.
Or you're already doing that. Wow, I can't speak at all. I can't read, I can't speak, I can't think. I'm very, very sorry. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I haven't gone to bed yet, so I'm sorry. I won't ruin any more, I promise. Please stop yelling at me. Anyway, Emmy grins at this and seems to take pride in my having managed to integrate myself with her mother so easily. Ingratiate myself with her mother so easily. I just said I wasn't gonna mess up. Actually, I'd say your daughter's been the one taking care of me. She's gotten me out and running. I've probably been more active since meeting her than I ever was, even before. I'd actually never thought of it that much, nor had I ever appreciated the humor in it. I wasn't too active before the heart attack. Pickup games of soccer don't really count since they weren't that common. So now that I know for sure that I have a weak heart, now I run every day, pushing my luck with the help of my medication. I chuckle quietly, then realize that I never finished my sentence. Well, before I had my heart attack and wound up at school here. It comes out so casually. There was a time that I would have thought twice about talking about what was wrong with me at all. But now it just seems silly to care, especially in the company of Emmy and her mother. If Emmy can be cavalier about her disability, then so can I. I think back to the track meet, where Emmy declared herself the fastest thing on no legs. The fact of her obvious loss has never seemed to bother her, at least not in public. Being stuck in the wheelchair frustrated her, I know, but even that was something she dealt with on her own, despite my efforts to the contrary.
Emmy has a way of bringing out the most active side in people. I've never quite figured out how she does it.
Those puppy dog eyes she gets, for starters.
I'm not surprised that she managed to rope you into an exercise routine. If Rin weren't just as stubborn as she is, I'm sure that Emmy would have gotten her out and running with you too. Oh, that reminds me, Rin says hello.
I drift through the outer edges of the conversation again as we move into the dining room to eat. That's a nice dining room. Nice house, nice place you got here, guys. Ibarazaki clan. I still don't think I'm saying that name right, by the way. But it's too late to change it now, because we're like, what, 34, 35 episodes deep? Some 30 number that's big. It smells delicious in here, and the spread that Emmy's mom has produced is impressive.
Whoa, you've made enough to feed an army in here. Is it too much? Well, you can always take some leftovers with you when you go.
That sounds great. I can only handle cafeteria food for so long. Something home-cooked would be a welcome change of pace. Is this the part where there's the anime trope where we find out that Emmy's mom is horrible at cooking?
What he said. Thanks, Mom.
The food tastes as good as it smells. Oh, good. And there's a lull in the conversation while we all dig in. Emmy assaults her plate with the usual amount of gusto, and I will admit that I set a pretty fast pace myself.
So, Hisao, I hear that you and my daughter here have gotten rather close, hmm?
The urge to say something like, not really, is so strong that I open my mouth to say it, but then reassert control. Yeah, dude, don't want to, blow it in front of Emmy's mom here. We are close, there's no getting around it. I mean, Emmy's brought me here, hasn't she? Fortunately, both Emmy and her mother seem to take my reaction as a sign that I'm caught off guard, rather than considering saying something cruel. I suppose we have. I blame the morning runs myself.
You make it sound like a bad thing, Hisao.
Well, I for one found it a relief. Oh god, I'm gonna keep messing up the voices. I'm so sorry. Why is that?
Emmy's always been a popular girl, but never made many close friends.
This is a bit of news to me. I've always seen Emmy chatting with her classmates in the hallways. And certainly the whole track team seems to love her. But it is true that she chooses to isolate herself during lunch with Rin and me. Not exactly the sort of behavior one expects from a popular girl, after all. Then again, I've experienced her unwillingness to get close firsthand, so I can't say that I'm that surprised.
I was beginning to have my doubts.
Emmy rolls her eyes to the ceiling and grumbles something I can't quite make out. Huh?
What?
What's that you just said?
Nothing.
Mrs. Iburazaki chokes on her drink with laughter.
You've been hanging out with the nurse too long, Emmy. I'm going to have to talk to him about corrupting my daughter.
Somehow I don't think that would be very effective.
I learned most of it from you anyway, not the nurse.
Don't listen to her, Hisao. She's a born liar.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't know, Emmy. I think your mother has a point.
What? You traitor! You're supposed to take my side in this.
Yeah, but you... Oh, you didn't lie, or you did lie about your leg after the meet. Ow! A kick in the shins from an unmistakably plastic foot cuts me off, but not before Mrs. Ibarazaki's eyebrows shoot upwards. What about your leg?
It wasn't a big deal, that's all. I was just, in a wheelchair for a bit.
The last few mumbled words are quickly deciphered by Emmy's mother. I suspect that she's has experience with this sort of thing, and a worried frown appears on her face.
So that's why you kept dodging my calls.
Oh, Emmy, I know how much you hate being in a wheelchair. No wonder you've been in such a mood lately. Yeah, she's much happier on her feet, so to speak.
Well, of course, she spent enough time in a chair just after the accident.
She didn't get prosthetics immediately? No, oh god, I just punched something. I'm sorry, guys, if you hear some bumps and some thumps as I'm just doing dumb things here at my desk.
No, she had to finish healing up before they'd let her start the sort of therapy you've got to go through to adjust to those things, especially since she wanted to run on them.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it sucked. Oh, did you see Rin's mural at the festival?
Oh, there's Emmy deflecting as normal. Emmy's sudden change of topic makes me realize belatedly that she's been fidgeting the whole time her mother and I have been talking. I should have figured on her being a little skittish when it comes to talking about the accident, even around her mother.
No, I didn't make it out to the festival, remember? Although I caught a glimpse of it at your track meet, it seemed pretty weird to me. I think that's more or less what she was going for. She talked a lot about it being dreamlike, or trying to make it dreamlike. Rin's art is one of those things I don't think I'll ever understand. That's not surprising. I don't think Rin expects to be understood. She told me once that art allows people to understand stuff that they wouldn't understand otherwise. But at the same, she doesn't think it actually works that way.
I'm surprised that Emmy's talked about this with Rin extensively enough to actually have Rin's opinion such as it is. Although I expect that Rin could not, if she were so inclined, say the same thing about Emmy's. Unless, of course, Emmy is purposely keeping me in the dark about everything, which is likely but unpleasant to think about. I drift down this unpleasant train of thought for a while, losing track of the conversation.
Hey, Emmy, I've been meaning to ask. Huh? Are you going to visit your father this year?
From the way she says it, you think Emmy's mother was talking about the weather. From the way Emmy reacts, it's clearly not the weather they're talking about. Oh, maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just, like, in a wheelchair or something, or, like, paralyzed. That would also be terrible. Whatever it is, obviously it's something that haunts Emmy, though. She flinches, a slight jerk of the head backwards as if she's just been slapped in the face. Either that or Emmy's mom is referring to, like, visiting his grave or something.
Can we talk about this later?
Her voice sounds brittle, strained. It looks as if she's been severely shaken by the question. It seems that Mrs. Ibarazaki misjudged just how close Emmy and I are. Some things, it seems, are best not conversed about with me around. Her father is one of those things. The accident that took her legs is probably another one of those things, if her reaction to the earlier conversation between her mother and myself is any indication. It doesn't take Emmy's mother long to realize she's screwed up.
Of course we can, dear. I'm sorry to bring it up. I just wanted to ask so I could make plans. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Emmy fidgets nervously, as if embarrassed by her own reaction. I confess that her reaction is confusing. She only just mentioned her father to me earlier today. Less than a few hours ago, even. Why does a simple question about when she'll visit her father cause such a strong reaction? Unless whatever serenity she claimed to have reached by means of our talk the previous evening has suddenly evaporated. Or it didn't help as much as she thought, or claimed.
I'll, be right back. Gotta visit the little girl's room.
Emmy gets up suddenly and leaves the table, leaving me and Mrs. Ibarazaki alone. Oh man, I hope that Emmy's mom here gives us a little bit of insight as to what's going on. Because I'm kind of sick of guessing at this point. Like, we have a good feeling of what has happened, so for the game to constantly just string us along like this is a little bit annoying. I mean, it's very, very human that, like, someone would keep pushing it off, keep deflecting it, like Emmy's been doing, but hopefully now that Emmy's out of the room, things will open up a lot more. I'm a little conflicted. Should I go after her, or should I stay here? It's obvious that Emmy's departure was not based on the call of nature. Something's bothering her, and I have to know what it is. How to go about it. God damn, this is probably the biggest decision that we have right now. This is huge. I'm really pissed off the game gave me an option, because I feel like... Oh my god, I feel like I'm going to F up. I feel like I'm going to F up hard in the butt. Okay, so we'll save real quick there. We'll figure out what's going on. Alright, talk to her mom or go after her. Ah, crap. I feel like talking to Emmy's mom, just knowing Emmy at this point, Emmy wants to be heard in her opinion to, like, keep people, or in her opinion, in her way of keeping people at arm's length. We really want to probably go after her, because that way it will show to Emmy that she can trust us, that we didn't just stick around and talk behind her back with her mom, because that would piss her off more than anything and betray her trust. So I think that we should probably go after her and figure out what's going on from her directly if she wants to open up about it. The only way to find out is to go to the source, and the source is currently pretending that she has to use the toilet. I excuse myself politely from the table and head that way, only to catch sight of Emmy not in the bathroom, but in the kitchen just next to the living room. Emmy's left the door open, and as I approach, I can see that she's holding onto the table in an attempt to compose herself, an effort that fails as soon as I open my mouth. Doesn't look like nature's call was that urgent. Whoa, she looks pissed. Maybe we made the wrong choice, guys. Emmy jumps and glares at me.
What are you doing here? I didn't come here to be with other people.
I just wanted to help you. You looked pretty rattled.
I said it was nothing, didn't I? And besides, I thought we'd established that you can't help me.
No, we've established that you're stubborn.
Look who's talking, the guy who followed me.
This is different. I want to help you with whatever this is.
Funny, because I just want you to leave me alone.
But why? Why can't you just trust me? Oh man, now we're... man, did I pick the choice that we're overbearing now and that we're just like, man, you have to trust me, you have to, and give her like some sort of stupid ultimatum? That would be the worst.
We've been over this already, Hisao. I've got to deal with this stuff on my own.
I won't accept that. You need my help, you just won't take it. My wording seems to have taken a little off, or to have been a little off. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. This is why I gotta play this game more than just once a week, because I forget how to read, apparently. I mean, not that I've ever been great at it, but I'm really, really doing badly. I'm so sorry. I'll make up for it in the next episodes, in the next 100,000 episodes, however many else there's gonna be, because obviously this is the never-ending game. But anyway.
I need your help? Well, it's a good thing we met, isn't it? Because otherwise I guess I'd just be a broken human being, wouldn't I? No, it's a damn good thing that Hisao came along to save the day, isn't it? Because God knows I can't save myself, can I? I'm just the poor, emotionally damaged girl with no legs, right?
Emmy, you know I don't think that...
Really? Because if you thought differently, then I don't think you'd be here saying I need your help. I've gotten pretty far in life as a normal human being without you.
So what? Nothing we've shared was important? I'm just the guy who hangs out with you?
You're my boyfriend, Hisao, not my savior.
Well, no, that much is obvious. You won't even consider that I could be a help to you, will you? You'll just bottle it all up and hope that a run will solve your problems, or you'll come visit me and we'll fool around until you feel better. Oh my god, I'm like messing up like one of the most dramatic scenes in the game right now. I feel really shitty about it. I really do. I'm so sorry, guys. That's not being a healthy human being, Emmy. That's not what a relationship means.
Well, it's what it means to me right now, Hisao. I wish...
She seems to reconsider her words just then. A flicker of pain, of doubt on her face. For a moment, I think she's about to cry. But the moment passes and now she's composed herself again. Whatever that wish was will have to go unspoken.
Look, I can't do this right now.
What, have a serious conversation? Be open? Be honest? Give a damn about anyone besides yourself and your problems?
What do you know about my problems? Nothing. You don't know what I've been through, so don't pretend that you do.
I know you have nightmares, and I know your father's gone. What happened to him? Emmy's head jerks backwards as if I've just slapped her. That brittle quality has gone back into her voice.
That's enough.
This is stupid. This whole conversation has just been variations on Emmy stonewalling me. What, you won't even answer that question? Fine. Keep your secrets. They can lie in the grave as far as I'm concerned. Emmy's eyes widen in shock. When she speaks again, it's in a voice that's low, dangerous.
Get out of my house, Sao.
The sudden change in her tone snaps me out of my self-righteous anger and makes me realize with a dawning horror what I've just said. Emmy, I didn't mean to.
I said go, Hisao. Tell my mother that she cooked a wonderful meal, but you've forgotten a prior engagement, and get out of my house.
She's trembling now, shaking with anger, or sadness, or determination. Her voice is still low, controlled, almost a growl. I reach out to put an arm on her shoulder to apologize for going too far, but she jerks away from my touch.
Get out.
What can I do? I walk out of the kitchen and go to the living room, make my apology to Mrs. Ibarazaki, and let myself out. Oh shit, did we fudge up? Oh man, I hope we didn't. I really hope we didn't. It's really good that I just saved like crazy, because I don't know if we just fucked up. Did we fuck up everything? Obviously I fucked up all the reading. I'm very, very sorry about that, but I don't want to mess up the story. We're going to end it there, though, guys. We're out of time. Once again, I'm so sorry for all of the crappy, like, reading and just speaking in general that I did. Obviously, my brain needs a little bit more sleep before I tackle this game again, but I'll try to get out another episode either, like, tomorrow or in 2 days. It's not going to be a whole week wait again like I did with this one. I'm so sorry once again that real life got so busy, but I'm very happy to be back into this game. I'm so drawn into the story. I'm so excited to figure out what the hell is going on. I hope that you guys are as well. If you are, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye. Oh my god, look at freaking Eden's face. How terrifying. But I was standing in it and it was just doing damage over time to me, and I wasn't realizing because I am colorblind. I'm gonna die here, I just realized. I don't want to do that. Yes, half heart's good. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but my mouth squeaked because I was so exasperated. Oh, that was a weird noise.